Analyzing poetry. A poetry primer. Most good poems can be understood on several different levels. However, a poem must be read many times to understand the different levels of meaning. It also helps to hear the poem read aloud as you read silently. An important tool for students is the ability to analyze a piece of literature, such as a poem. When you analyze, you look at the different parts in order to better understand the whole. By using logic and understanding the poem's context, you can figure out much of the meaning. Analysis is a skill you will need in many types of classes, not just in English or literature classes. When you analyze a poem, look for the following elements and think about how they are used in the poem. Theme. This is either the topic or the main idea of the poem. Sometimes the main idea is clearly stated. More often, you need to infer it. Speaker. Sometimes the speaker is the poet, but often the poet writes in the voice of another person or multiple characters. Example. In a thought of a tortoise suffering from insomnia and alone, the speaker is a tortoise. Symbolism. Some poems are not symbolic, but many are. Look for metaphors and similes. Sometimes there is one central symbol, something concrete, physical, literal, that represents something else. Example. In marrying, the gray-haired haberdasher may symbolize time. Juxtaposition. Some poems include juxtaposition, an unexpected combination of ideas, words, or actions. Juxtaposition is always surprising, but after you think about it for a while, it seems right and true. Example. In Richard Cory, there is a juxtaposition between the people's image of Richard Cory's life and his reality. Imagery. Images in poetry are mental pictures with words, painting with words. There are 5 types of images: sound, sight, touch, smell, and taste. Example. While he gathered up his notes and walked home past flower beds and white picket fences. Ambiguity. Some poems include a bit of ambiguity, something that can be understood in more than one way. If there is too much ambiguity, it is not possible to understand the poem. This is a sign that the poem is not well written. However, a small amount of ambiguous material makes the poem richer and gives the reader something to think about. Example. In the fair, weren't always sure if a certain speaker is a man or a woman. Reminder. In analyzing poetry in an academic class, you always need to justify, explain your interpretation with evidence from the poem.